welcome to a day in our life. It's a Thursday morning. It's a pretty typical homeschool day for us. One thing that's a little out of the ordinary is we had a sleepover guest last night, which we don't normally do during the week. We had Callie's cousin Lily sleep over, so they're up giggling this morning and getting ready for breakfast. So I don't normally make breakfast in the mornings. Everyone's kind of on their own for breakfast, but since they have PE class this morning, I went ahead and made them a little heartier breakfast. The younger girls are eating breakfast now, and I've got a little something for myself to eat and my coffee. So usually after I do my little breakfast deal, I do our chalkboard for the day, which kind of gives everyone a direction on what's going on for the day, and we'll get going. It's probably time to go ahead and get my daughter waking up. She's really good at getting up on her own, but my husband has a special way that he likes to get her out of bed in the morning sometimes. Time for me to get ready for the day. I've kind of had to adjust my expectations over the years of homeschooling as far as what the house is going to look like before we start our school day. I need my kitchen counters to be cleared off from breakfast before I can move on with the day. So the sink will stay stacked with dishes, and those will sit there until I get a chance to do them later on in the day. But I do need my counters clean for when I come back for lunchtime. So that's what I'm gonna work on now. And then I'm gonna go into my bathroom, continue to eat my breakfast while I get ready for the day. I am ready for the day. I don't do super well with quiet time first thing in the morning. There are seasons where I get up first thing in the morning and I can get in some good quiet time and some Bible study. But generally on a daily basis, I find that if I do that, I fall back asleep. Not literally, but I feel very, very groggy when I start out sitting for an extended period of time. So I usually find that after I've gotten ready for the day, I do at least need a moment to center myself, pray just for a moment, and then later in the day, I like to do some more extended study. I'm doing the God of Creation study by Jen Wilkin. I love her studies right now. They do take some focused time, which a homeschool mom, you just don't always have that in the morning. I love these centering prayers, and I'll just read you today's. Lord Jesus, living Christ, in the silence, speak your word. Transform my insecurities into empathy. In every situation that seems overwhelming to me today, let silence lead me to the center of your love and the embrace of your truth. That helps me kind of remember what I'm doing here as I go into my day. It can be a little chaotic in the morning and tempers can flare. So I love to just take a moment and kind of center myself onto the work that I'm doing here in our home. I also love the Dwell app. I sometimes put that on while I'm getting ready, and it's just scripture, something to get the word into me in the morning. I find is extremely helpful in setting my attitude for the day. And sometimes I listen to a podcast and that gets me, motivated and ready for the day. It doesn't have to look the same every day, and I don't think that we need to feel any condemnation about spending hours of study before our homeschool day. I hear the Hamilton rap going on out there, but that is usually a sign that my older daughter is up and emptying the dishwasher and getting ready for her day. So I'm gonna go out now and set up what we need for our science experiments. We're gonna do our science before we go to PE this morning. Hopefully that will go well. We'll see.
are doing a milk experiment. It's like when you have a greasy pan, only dish soap works because dish soap goes in and breaks up the fat and they scatter. And this is what it does. The dye is the grease and it has a lot of fat in it. So you put dish soap on the end of a Q-tip in milk and you put it in the spots. Like that, it scatters. The fat is scattering. Then I want to show you something cool. It gets all crazy.
Tie-dye.
Uh-huh. It looks like that painting that you guys have in your bathroom by Van Gogh.
Yeah, the Van Gogh. So, science experiment was a success, and everyone had fun with that. I have a few minutes before we leave for PE, so I'm probably gonna run around the house straightening up. I might vacuum real quick just to come home to a little bit tidier house. My daughter is up and well into her school day now. She's doing her math. This is McKenna. She's 15 and she's in 10th grade. She uses Nicole the math lady to help her with her sex and algebra 2. And here is my husband's makeshift office. He's been working at home ever since COVID, like so many of us are. So he just threw together a little office in here. These are his personal touches.
The wire is my favorite.
Right, we are in the car and on our way to PE. We go to a friend who's a personal trainer once a week for the kids to get their energy out, do some workouts, play some sports, and they get to see their friends and their cousins, so they love it. So here we go. Just dropped the kids at their PE class and I have about 45 minutes to kill, so I'm running and getting gas. Also running in the grocery store to pick up a gift for a friend whose birthday is tomorrow. And then I'll run back and pick them up. We got a car full of cousins. We're filled to the brim. And we're all heading home to do our school days. Right, we're back home. It's almost lunchtime. Callie jumped in the shower after PE. I will start making lunch. We alternate lunches during the week. We have a little schedule where each of us takes lunch one day, or actually 2 days are mine. So today is my day and I am going to fix up some leftovers. We are done with lunch and now is the time for me to tackle this. This is the one time of day that I solely do the dishes and later we divide up the dish duties after dinner. The kitchen is cleaned up and we're gonna start on our schoolwork for the afternoon. First, I'm gonna work with my older daughter and a little bit of writing, and then Callie will do her independent work throughout the afternoon. We try to do our studies that have to be done together first thing in the morning when I have the most energy, and then her independent work goes throughout the rest of the day. The subjects that I do with my 6th grader, Callie behind me, are history and science. We do those together each day. And also I read aloud to her, which goes along with our history, and she needs me just a little bit for language arts. Besides that, she's mostly independent. Math she does online, handwriting, typing, all of that she does on her own. My older daughter, McKenna, is completely on her own. She's in high school. She just needs me here and there. And obviously I need to keep track of her grades and her transcript and all that. After I finish my work with Callie, I usually update her assignment book for the next day. I make sure all her assignments are listed and I have everything pulled that I'm going to need for the next day. Then the next couple hours are mine for finishing up whatever is on my list or doing some bookkeeping work for my husband's business or working on my Etsy shop or YouTube or something like that. Some days I just go ahead and lay down for half an hour before I do anything, and that's fine too. So today on my list, I've got to order some groceries, throw in some laundry. Ordering groceries is one of my number one top despised chores. So I'm gonna get that out of the way first. I've tried repeatedly to use just one planner for all of the planning that is required when you have children and you homeschool and you have a business and all of it, and I just cannot seem to get it down. I need my lists in all different places and I can't seem to condense it. So here's what I have found works for me. On my phone, I have an app where I keep our actual calendar, and then weekly I just handwrite this little list that helps me throughout the days, prioritize what needs to get done. I plan our meals on a blank calendar sheet. I usually only plan 1 week ahead. This is our lunch and dinner schedule. So you can see that we alternate lunches and dinners. The girls pitch in and it's helping them learn how to cook some. And then it says up there on the weekends that we scrounge, which basically means we're all on our own for lunches. And usually we'll do something together like pizza or go out or something like that on the weekends. Callie has finished her school for the day, actually for the week. And what are you doing now, Cal?
My chore to get my allowances to clean the bathroom, and that's what I'm doing.
Is that all you do to get your allowance?
No, I have to tidy my room every day, and then on Wednesdays I fold my laundry. And yeah.
Do you do your laundry
Yes.
and then fold it?
Yeah.
McKenna is still hard at work. What are you working on now?
Biology.
Okay. So it's about 4 o'clock. I'm back in my room for a little bit of quiet time for a few minutes. I will be totally honest, from about 2 to 4 each afternoon, I really struggle. I don't sleep super well, and about that time of the day, I start to go downhill. I usually try to either throw myself into some chores to get done if I can, or just go ahead and rest. And I'm trying to be more okay with the resting part. I do have a lung condition where I need to nebulize twice a day, once when I first wake up and again at about 4 o'clock. So usually I find after I do that I get a little bit more energy to make it through the rest of the night. So I'm about to do that, and then I'm gonna head out and see what's going on for dinner. Normally on Thursdays, McKenna goes to a kind of a CrossFit type class that meets twice a week. That's her PE, but we are on a bit of a break because of COVID. Hey, Kenna.
Hi.
Tonight, McKenna is in charge of making dinner, and can you show us what you're gonna make?
Pork and pineapple tacos.
I've found that these meals that you can order that still have to be prepared are a great way for teenagers to learn some cooking skills, and it gives them all the instructions step by step. And she does an awesome job. They always taste so good.
Wait, that doesn't sound like Joe. How?
So our dinner is ready. Thanks, Kenna.
You're welcome.
We have pork and pineapple tacos with pickled veggies and lime crema. Crema? Our tacos were delish. Callie's on dish duty tonight. And tomorrow Callie goes to tennis and then she has a sleepover. So she's gonna be getting ready for that.
Oh, do not take a video of me again.
On Fridays, Kenna goes to a local co-op where she has 4 classes. She has biology with a lab, and then she has some other classes that she needs for high school. And so she needs to pack her lunch tonight and pack up for co-op. Just never ends for this girl.
She's not doing it.
And we are going to go for a walk. We are back from our walk and settling in with the girls. McKenna's finishing up packing her lunch back there for co-op tomorrow, and Callie's having a snack. We have a lot of talks in our family about how we can be different, how we can be great, how we can just not settle for normal. And last spring at our church, Mark was in a men's Bible study and they studied the book Extraordinary by John Bevere. What we're gonna do is watch the DVDs as a family and see what we can learn from it. So we're all cuddled on the couch, ready to watch.
I want to say this before I begin. What I'm about to...
Before bed, I dose everyone up with vitamins and whatever we can take during flu and COVID season. We are pretty much done for the night. It's about 9:15. I'm showered and clean, ready for bed. Said goodnight to Callie. McKenna will probably wander around for another couple hours or so. That's it. Thanks for coming along with us today. See you guys.